I said, I'm rich, bitch!
H-Town riding 45 from that south side to that north side, jamming on 97.9. 3 p.m. got my music live, banging G-Man, driving really slow. 610, exit west time, I know the southwest boys gon' feel me though.
Can you talk about how that came about with Dave Chappelle?
That phrase, the crazy thing about that, you know what? I should go on tour and just tell backstories. There's no way anybody knows them because they're my stories. But when we were doing that, first off, nobody was a cast member on that show. You were only as good as your last sketch. You bang out one sketch, then the writers had you in mind, they throw you on something else. So I had this sketch. I had to play this truck driver. People know the sketch. But what you don't know is that I didn't have a driver's license at the time. Wow. Right? I was so dirty. I didn't have a driver's license. And nobody asked me if I had a driver's license. If you don't ask, I was don't ask, don't tell before Clinton ever implemented it, right? I was like, I ain't got no driver's license. I was like, this is illegal what I'm doing. So I had to drive this truck. I had to hit this mark. We didn't have a big budget, so we couldn't just control the traffic lights. Like when big Hollywood come in, they'd switch the whole, they control everything. They can make the light change, whatever. We had a hot light. So I had to hit the mark, not hit this little white reporter chick. I had to take the keys out because the engine noise would be too loud, and I had to deliver that in the line. I had to drive, do that, don't run the light, take this out, deliver the line. And I did it like 6 takes, right? And I was kind of nervous, and I was getting thrown off. I didn't know exactly what I was doing, how I was supposed to do it. And then Neil Brennan looked at me, he said, yo, B, we're only going to do this one more time. If you don't get it, we're just going to move on. And out of frustration, I said, I'm rich, bitch! And they was like, that's it. And that was it. And it's so crazy because one of the things that really made it resonate with pop culture in the time, because they call it's a vanity card at the end when you do your different production companies. Like Michelle Armour, she had the Parker's Farm. So she'd be like, well, thank you. You know, when you see the end of it, that was her stamp. And Dave's, he loved I'm Rich Bitch so much that every time we did it in the when we ran it before we put it in the can, people went crazy. It was his idea to do him with the shackles, and and that's why it stuck so much, because you heard it every episode.